Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh,
Give
so
me
sorry
money.
I'm late. So this may seem like a bit of a ridiculous topic to do for a video, but I actually get inundated with DMs from new tarot readers and new card readers out there on how to actually conduct a face-to-face reading. So here it is. So in this video, guys, you are going to learn how I conduct a face-to-face card reading. And through this, you are going to have a solid structure for conducting your own card readings, plus some extra hints and tips to go that extra mile for your client. So if you're new to my channel, guys, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. And before we get into the video, I would like to give a shout out to our comment of the week, which is from the lovely Harmonia Tarot right here. She's a beautiful little channel, very similar to myself. So if you want to check her out, hit this link right up here. She's great. She's a lovely, lovely lady, and her readings are always so accurate for me. So give her a look, guys. So when your client initially books an appointment with you, whether it's online or over the phone, the most important point is that you need to get the name and a contact number, okay? And then give them an appropriate day and time for their appointment, okay? Now, with regards to payment, things can get a little bit awkward for some people, okay? So some people agree to do payments online prior to the meeting. Some people agree to do it on the day, okay? That's your choice, however you want to do it. But my suggestion is to get payment prior to doing the reading, purely for your security and for theirs, okay? It depends on how you want to deal with it. I mean, a lot of people take payment after a reading. It's entirely your choice. I do it that way just because it is an extra bit of security. So that's entirely up to you, and that's my tip, just to get that payment beforehand so there's no awkwardness. So now that the awkwardness about the payment situation is over with, you can move on to picking a place where you want to conduct your reading. Some readers conduct them in their own home. Some people do it in the client's home. Others do it outside, like myself. I'll do it in coffee shops, restaurants, somewhere there, a public place where it's known to both you and the client. Again, another safety and security measure, okay? That's how I do it. Again, it's entirely your choice how you want to conduct your business. But my biggest hint is to make sure the place is comfortable and secure for both people so that you are relaxed when you're conducting your reading. So at the booking stage, guys, you want to inform your client about all the types of readings that you do if you do multiple readings, okay? Some tarot readers will offer different kind of packages. Other tarot readers will use different types of decks for different things. So you want to have that little discussion with your client, regardless if they are a new client or a recurring client that keeps coming back to you, okay? You want to make the agreement on what type of reading they want, so you can be prepared and bring the appropriate decks, and you want to agree on the pricing for that particular reading with the client at that time of booking, okay? So there's no confusion. And then of course, add in how they want to pay. You ask them how they want to pay and you will come to an agreement on that as well. So make sure you cover those things at the booking stage. So if you're meeting your client like I do outside of your residence, out at a cafe or a restaurant or somewhere public like that, you'd want to arrive there well before your client's appointment, okay? Because you have a little bit of prep to do prior to meeting your client. Plus, you don't want to be late for your own appointment with somebody, okay? So make sure you give yourself a good 20 minutes, half hour, whatever you think you need, just to be there before them and get everything all set up and ready. So you're relaxed and ready for your... Now, some people, if it's appropriate at a public space, you can do a saging, okay, prior to your client arriving. That's just to cleanse the space that you're in. Obviously, if you're in a cafe, restaurant, that may not be allowed, but you can do it in your residence or you can do it in their residence, okay? You can ask permission for that. And also, if you are meeting somebody at a cafe, restaurant, public place, you also need to ask permission from the manager or whoever's working there if you can conduct this reading in their premises. So for this particular example, guys, I'm just going to talk about my readings in a public place, such as a cafe, okay? So I'll get there well in time before my client's appointment, okay? I will have already asked permission from the manager or whoever's working there to conduct my session. And then with me, I will have already selected the decks that I need for this particular reading, and I will have cleansed them prior to arriving here, okay? So guys, this is the setup and things to bring. Okay, so what you want to have in your kit, first and foremost, is your decks, okay? Already pre-cleansed, already pre-decided what your client needs, okay? Then you're going to bring a notebook with detachable paper in it, okay, and a pen. This is so your client can write down any aha moments, any things that are significant in the reading for them, anything that they want to remember, sayings, quotes, anything that you mention, okay? A thing that I always used to forget in my earlier readings was tissues. It seems ridiculous and it seems very simple, but things do get emotional in readings sometimes, okay? Especially like you're going to be touching on nerves, you're going to be touching on things that people have never spoken about out loud before, okay? And things can get quite tense and emotional. So if you bring some tissues for your client, just in case they get a little bit upset, that is a big thumbs up, okay? You must turn your phone off. Go, what I need to do. Hello? Oh, hi, how are you? No, I'm not doing it. Don't have it on vibrate. Just have it on silent, off, or airplane mode. Make sure there are absolutely no interruptions with your frame of mind and your way of reading, okay? And then, of course, when your clients get there, you can ask them to do the same, okay? So sometimes, guys, a client will like to record a session as opposed to writing messages down for themselves, okay? Again, this is up to you whether you want to allow that or not. I personally don't allow a client to video a session. However, I am completely open to letting people record via their phone or whatever device they may have. All they have to do is just pop it on the table, press record, and away you go. And then they can keep that in their own memo, because some people take things in better when they're listening as opposed to writing things down at the same time. So just before the client is due to arrive, I'll take a moment for myself and I will call upon my angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and loved ones in spirit to assist me with my reading and to help me get the clearest messages across to my client, and to also help bring through the client's angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and loved ones in spirit. It makes the connection a little bit stronger for me. I always feel spirit on my back once I call them in, which is great, a great signal to me that I'm ready to work and they know I'm ready to work. So that's a very important thing. You want to set your intention and you want to ask for the best reading for this client's highest and best good. So now it's time for your client to arrive. And when they approach the location, you're going to greet them appropriately. You're going to ask them to sit down. You're going to offer them a coffee or some sort of refreshment. And you're going to have a little bit of a chat with them. Make them feel comfortable, relax yourself, get rid of any of those nerves that you may or may not have, okay? It's important to make sure your client's comfortable in this reading, okay? Because the more relaxed they are, the stronger your connection is going to be with their energy, okay? Another thing is that you want to watch their body language. You want to make sure that they're not tense or rigid. And if they look tense or rigid, you want to ask them if they have any worries or questions that they want to ask, okay? You're then going to go into how you work, okay? Explain how you work, what you do. Me personally, the first thing that I make very, very clear is that I am not a fortune teller, okay? Big, clear, bold writing. Very, very important. I personally work that way because a lot of people come to me assuming that I can predict the future. I cannot, okay? And I won't claim to. What I do and how I work is that I ask your spirit team for the appropriate guidance for you at that time. I will interpret the cards as I see fit, and whatever comes to me through spirit comes through me. However, I will not claim that this is set in stone, and I say that to every single client. Life changes, circumstances change all the time. I am not a fortune teller, and I would never ever claim to be. And these are some tips of what not to do. Don't be obnoxious about getting money. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, so sorry I'm late. So when everyone's nice and relaxed, you then want to ask your client if they are ready to begin with the session, okay? You'll ask them if they have a specific question so that you can choose the appropriate deck to answer that, or you will ask them if they want general guidance. And if they want general guidance, you can have a selection of decks already out and you can ask them if they're drawn to a particular deck, which makes their energy connection to the deck stronger and gives a more accurate reading for them. So different oracle and tarot card readers have different methods of doing a face-to-face reading. I myself have two particular methods of doing it. I will either ask the client if they would like to pick the cards, or 98% of the time they want me to pick the cards, okay? So if I'm picking the cards, my method is I will shuffle the cards. I will ask the client to think of their question, their query, their guidance that they need. I will call upon their angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and loved ones in spirit to assist with the reading. Generally, as I'm shuffling, 3 cards will jump out of the deck, okay? I take them, I pop them down, and I will interpret the cards accordingly. So during the reading, guys, the clients can obviously record the reading however they want to, via voice recorder or via writing it down. What you want to do is again, keep watching the client's body language. And if they look tense or rigid at any stage, stop and ask them, are they okay? Answer any questions that they have, and make sure you're both comfortable to continue on with the reading. Give accurate guidance and do not make promises. Yeah, so basically this card is telling you that you are absolutely definitely going to win the lottery. Oh my gosh. However, you're going to die straight afterwards. It happens. So at the end of the reading, guys, you're going to thank Spirit for working with you and your client. You're also going to thank your client for trusting and choosing you to do the reading for them. And at this point, if your client is happy with the outcome of the reading, you can ask them if they want to leave feedback, just to do it on your social media platforms. And if they know anybody who is interested in getting readings done, just to send them your way. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions, pop them down below. If you really like this video and want to check out my latest one, click up here. YouTube will pop a random one of my videos here. And if you love this video, please subscribe, guys. Love and light.